Celebrities sometimes cannot take the stupid things asked of them in the interviews. So what do they do then? They come up with savage responses that mute the interviewers and give the world some viral clips.
Or whether that's still
I'm
something
sorry,
you...
I really don't. What are we doing?
well, I'm just asking questions, that's all.
Right. Bye.
Are you...
In this video, we are going to share moments when celebrities have zero tolerance for disrespect. Let's find out if your favorite moment made it to this video. Back in 2014, Chelsea Handler went on Piers Morgan's show to talk about her book. It looks like an interview on a talk show, right? But no, this one turned into a full-on roast, and not the kind where friends are having fun. During a break in the conversation, Piers is said to have started looking at his phone or just passing the time. Chelsea wouldn't have it when they came back on air. She addressed how he could not even pay his guest attention for 1 minute. She clearly said that he was not good for the interviewing job. She said it like she was just pointing out the weather, but you could tell she meant every word.
You tweet very amusingly.
I wish you did. I mean, in the middle of the commercial break, I want your viewers to know, they must know because they're probably following you on Twitter. I mean, you can't even pay attention for 60 seconds. You're a terrible interviewer.
Well, you just weren't keeping my attention.
Piers tried to get better, of course. He joked that she might not have been interesting enough to keep his attention. When Chelsea replied, "Well, that's not my problem," she hit back right away. "It's your show. You need to pay attention to your guest." And the way she said it was strong, calm, and a little wild.
Well,
more
but
of an issue
that's
for you
not
than
my
me.
problem.
Well, it is your problem.
This is your show. You have to pay attention to the guests that you invited on your
If
show.
they're interesting enough.
Yeah, they listen, it doesn't matter how interesting I am. You signed up for
Of course
this
it
job.
does.
Well, maybe that's why your job is coming to an end.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
It felt tense and interesting all at the same time. Piers was trying to stay in charge, but Chelsea wasn't going to put up with his smug attitude. On his own show, it was like seeing someone change the story and take charge of the moment. On July 7th, 2014, Joan Rivers went on CNN to talk about her book, Diary of a Mad Diva. She was being herself, sharp, funny, and full of attitude. The show was going well until the host, Frederica Whitfield, went off-road. The host said something rude about Joan's comedy being too rude, which, let's be honest, is exactly what makes Joan, Joan. Joan didn't fake a smile to brush it off. She clapped back right away. She said that she wrote the book daily, writing down things that made her laugh or irritate her. That was her way of telling everyone that she knew what she was doing.
Even with your fashion critiquing, while it's very mean in some ways, people can't wait to hear what you have to say. Really? It's not mean?
You can. It's not mean. I tell the truth. I'm sure I say the same things that all your viewers say to their friends sitting next to them on the couch.
About feelings being hurt.
Well, not when it's about dresses. It's not about them. It's about clothing.
My last book was on the bestseller list for 19 weeks. When people say bad things about her, she replies that what people say on TV is the same as what they say with their friends at home. The host was not ready to give up. She kept poking fun at Joan and calling her humor mean, especially the way she criticized fashion. "It's not mean. I tell the truth." Joan stood her ground. She looked like she was getting angrier as the conversation went on. The host then asked Joan why she was wearing fur out of the blue, which was the strangest turn of events. That was the last blow. Joan lost it. "Are you wearing leather shoes?" she asked to show the lie. "You eat meat. I want you to be perfect before you come for me." She told the show very clearly that she wasn't the right person to be talking to a comedian and called the whole thing a defensive interview. After that, Joan turned off her mic and left. That's it. Boom. The talk is over. The host was left speechless. It was typical Joan. She didn't say sorry, was completely honest, and wasn't afraid to leave when someone crossed the line.
Your book, you're wearing a fur, and you knew that there would probably be animal rights activists.
You know,
or
this
even
whole
PETA.
interview is becoming a defensive interview.
No!
Are you wearing leather shoes?
Yes,
Shut
no,
up.
I'm talking.
You know what I mean? I don't want to hear. You're wearing fur. You're wearing leather shoes.
I'm not an activist,
You're
but I'm
eating.
saying
You're
people-
eating chicken.
Yeah.
You're eating meat. I don't want to hear this nonsense. Stop it with, and you do this, and you're mean, and you're that. You are not the one to interview a person who does humor. Sorry.
Are we serious?
On June 17th, 2013, Russell Brand went on MSNBC's Morning Joe to talk about his upcoming worldwide comedy tour. But the moment he sat down, things fell off. The hosts clearly didn't know who he was. One of them even admitted it on air, saying, "I'm told he's a big deal, but I'm not really into pop culture."
All right, joining us now, he's a really big deal.
He's a big deal.
I know. I'm told this. I'm not very pop cultured. I'm sorry. Comedian, movie star, author, and host of the show Brand X, Russell Brand.
Instead of asking him about his tour or comedy, they started joking about his British accent.
Funny, the accent, you know, when I see him in person, it's totally fine. Forgetting Sarah Marshall or the TV show, it's fine. But on satellite radio in the car, I can't understand a single joke you say.
You can't understand it.
Can you
I can't.
understand me?
One host said he couldn't understand a word Russell said on the radio. Another laughed along, joining in on the mockery. They weren't listening, and they definitely weren't interested in what Russell had to say. Russell tried to steer the conversation back to his love for stand-up comedy, but they kept interrupting and making fun of him. That's when he decided he wasn't going to just sit there and take it. He calmly took control of the entire segment. He called them out right to their faces for being unprofessional and not paying attention. Without raising his voice or getting angry, he completely flipped the tone of the interview.
The thing I enjoy most is stand-up comedy because you're direct with your audience. You can't be misinterpreted. People can't get confused. You know what happens if you work in media? People like to change the information so that it suits a particular agenda. If you're in a room with people, then what you're saying is clear.
I think I'm just this is my first
Brand experience?
brand, yeah. I think it's not listening to him, it's experience. It's just sort of taking it all in.
And that was the final straw that pushed Brand to call out their unprofessionalism.
You are talking about me as if
I'm
I'm not here
transfixed.
and as if I'm an extraterrestrial. You know I'm from a country that's near to you.
Window dummy. We're just sort of admiring the whole, it's the whole thing, isn't
Well,
it?
thank you for your
like a
casual
sculpture.
objectification.
In September 2017, Jim Carrey went to New York Fashion Week. He was just strolling around when Kat Sadler, a photographer, stopped him on the red carpet to talk. What did you do next? Jim Carrey-style chaos that is funny in every way. Kat began by asking him a fundamental question. What did he think the event meant? What about Jim? He just wouldn't have it. She also asked, "I've been to a lot of fashion weeks, but this is the first time I've run into you." The reporter got confused, but they tried to keep going. "Do you just want to walk around? Do you need someone to go to the party with? What's going on?" she asked. "Nope, I was just looking for the most pointless thing I could do," Jim replied. "And here I am." Kat was in utter shock. "Come on, you have to admit this is completely pointless," he said. "Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside," Kat said to try to save it. "Hoopla about icons? That is the worst thing that we could celebrate. What does an icon mean? Do you believe in icons?" And as if that wasn't weird enough, he ended it in one of the funniest and strangest ways ever. He just said, "On the good foot," and then he left.
Jim Carrey, yes. I've covered a lot of fashion weeks. This is the first time I've run into Jim Carrey. Is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
You got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons?
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry? You're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut it down now.
Jim Carrey can be strange sometimes, but Bill Burr is not the person you should mess around. He doesn't put up with nonsense, and he made that clear in April 2015. He was on Fox's morning show to talk about his cartoon show, F is for Family. At first, everything seemed fine. The hosts were talking to him and asking the standard things. A woman asked if the show was based on his real life. Because Bill is Bill, he gave a short, straight answer. "Yeah, no, it's definitely me."
Welcome to Good Day New York.
How are you? Thank you for having me.
Well, the show is so funny. I'm just, is it based on your real life, or is it,
Yeah, no, it's definitely based on my life.
Things got a little weird after that. All of a sudden, the host brought up some of his older, more controversial jokes. She made it sound like some people thought he might have gone too far, especially when he made jokes about Christians.
Your Christian background is part of the show. Or at
Yes,
least
and
two
I wanted to
episodes.
talk to you about Jesus after this.
Well, the only reason why I bring it up is some people thought maybe you went a little too far.
Now, most people would have felt scared or tried to change their minds. Not Bill. He didn't move. He took charge of the talk like a pro and turned the whole thing around. He kept his cool, made a joke, and kept things moving instead of getting angry. Bill had been through this before. Over the years, he has been in a lot of awkward conversations and heated arguments.
You know.
As far as what?
Well, they thought that maybe you were being disrespectful to the Christian religion.
I mean, we did maybe 2 jokes about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you think the Catholic Church went a little too far? More so than my cartoon.
All right, listen.
A couple of jokes. I know this is a morning show. You can't bring up all those crimes.
Back in 2007, Jerry Seinfeld was doing the whole press tour thing for his movie B-Movie. For promotions, he went on Larry King Live. Everything was going fine until Larry King asks him this totally wild question. Larry asked, "So you gave it up, right? They didn't cancel you?" And Jerry just freezes. You can see it on his face like, wait, what did you just say? Then Jerry hits him with this absolutely legendary response. He's like, wait, what? Canceled? You think I got canceled? Are you under the impression that I got canceled? He's genuinely shocked. Like, this is Jerry Seinfeld.
180 episodes. You gave it up, right? I did. They didn't cancel you. You canceled them. You're not aware of this? No, I'm asking you. You think I got canceled? Are you under the impression that I got canceled? Have I hurt you, Jerry? I thought that was pretty well documented.
Don't
Is this
most
still CNN?
Don't most shows go down a little?
Most people do also.
You-
But, yeah, no, I went off the air. I was the #1 show on television, Larry.
The guy who basically was TV in the 90s. In his defense, he said, Larry, I was the #1 show on television. Do you even know who I am? It was such a mic drop moment. The whole vibe shifted. You could feel Jerry thinking, I walked away while I was at the top, and this guy thinks I got canceled? Honestly, it was kind of hilarious and super awkward at the same time. That little exchange became this viral clip. People still bring it up because it was just so perfectly Seinfeld. Calm, funny, but also like, bro, come on. A different interviewer tried to make a big deal out of race in 2016, and Jerry had to shut them down. The reporter brought up the fact that out of all 22 episodes, almost all of the guests on his show were white men.
I have noticed that most of the guests are mostly white males of 22 episodes that you've had.
Yeah, let's get into that.
No, but you
take a look over here, Peter. What do you see? A lot of whiteys. Oh, this really pisses me off.
They asked Jerry, so do you want to talk about that? Jerry is not someone who will entertain anything. This is what he said. Look over here, Peter. What do you see? Yes, a bunch of white people. He got even more angry and said, this kind of stuff really irritates me. Comic Shane Gillis was a guest on The Flagrant Show back in 2022. Things looked cool at first, but then they changed. The hosts told a joke during the show that caught Shane by surprise. The way they compared things made her feel bad, especially since Shane has family members with Down syndrome. You could tell he was not happy. It wasn't funny to him at all. I think they were just joking at first when they said he looked like he had been working out. They told you, you look good. Shane laughed a little, but the mood changed. After that, they kept telling the joke. And finally, Shane could no longer hold back.
Gilly and Keeves is coming out, okay? They have a live special, and they're gonna sell it through the website. What's the website?
GillyandKeeves.tv.
Bro, Shane actually has been working out, dude. This is
Yo! Let's see it. Hold on.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Bro, you look good. Is this from West Point?
I don't think that's funny.
But yeah, I see that. I see why.
He was angry and told them they were making fun of disabled people. He said, it's wrong for you guys to sit here and bring it up just to make fun of them. Putting them at the end of a joke? That's not cool. Someone told a joke that went too far, and Shane wouldn't stand for it. Now comes your beloved Tiffany. She was looking absolutely stunning in her gown.
Son, my guy's nice.
By the way,
that's wow.
These guys are
really,
awesome.
Yeah.
They're having fun.
Yeah.
For you guys to sit here and be like,
wait a minute.
Let's bring it up and mock them. That's dude. That's a dude. By using them as an insult.
Then a reporter walks up and says something like, "Oh, a little costume change. Excuse me?" Tiffany didn't let it go. She smiled and hit back with pure class. "This isn't a costume, darling. I'm wearing Dolce & Gabbana. It's called an evening gown."
Do a little costume change?
I'm not wearing a costume. I'm wearing Dolce & Gabbana. It's called an evening gown, darling.
And then she added the cherry on top by saying, "Nobody paid me to wear this. I paid for it. It's custom."
This is not, no one's paying me for this. I paid for it. It's custom. Thank you.
Which moment did you enjoy the most? Tell us in the comments section below. If you enjoyed watching the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.